The Global Summit for Women has actually been held in various locations around the world since its inception, from Japan and last year in Australia. But for the first time, it's going to be held in Basel, Switzerland next year. Out of everywhere you could have chosen, why Basel?
Well, part of it is logistics. We have averaged over 1,000 participants. And I looked at Zurich and Geneva and Bern, and to look for a hall that's big enough, or bigger than that actually, that also has a lot of hotels around it. Basel has Art Basel. And so they're used to having large groups of people coming there. And that's where I found the Congress Center. And frankly, your outgoing president, Doris Leuthard, had suggested it and said, go there and check it out. She says, I think you'll find the facilities that you will need. And that's exactly what happened. And Basel also is a business center. You've got 35 to 40 large pharmaceutical, biotech, healthcare companies there. So why not?
You mentioned you had direct conversation with Doris Leuthard. What was that conversation about? Did she have her own input about equality and women as well?
Well, she's been a champion. I mean, that's how I came to her. And I told her about the summit, and she was delighted that it's coming here. And I guess when I was seeing her, it was in my, where am I going to find this space? And so her very practical advice was, to the point, right on the mark. And so when I went to Basel, I go, oh, I get it. So we're going to be at the Congress Center, which is central, and there are like 3 or 4 hotels directly around it. So perfect.
And I actually just want to finish up by looking at the summit and a look ahead, because it will take place in July next year. You mentioned that there are already talks of CEOs coming to the event. Can you give us a hint of who you've spoken to in Switzerland that wants to be there?
No, because then it's not a surprise. But I have male CEOs and women as well. And I want to showcase the talent that's here in Switzerland. Switzerland is seen as a, financial capital. After Zurich is the 3rd largest financial capital in the world after New York and London, and Basel, of course, in the pharma area. Not seen as a leader when it comes to women. And you have lots of terrific women. So my goal is in every part of the program, I will have Swiss women or men presenters so that we could show them the talent. It's part of what I do with each summit, break stereotypes about that country or that culture. I look at every panel, every session, as if I were doing Noah's Ark. It can't be too Western. I've got to have this region, because it is global. And I want to make sure that participants and presenters represent the world, but I want Switzerland to be featured.
Ms. Natividad, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.